All right, good morning everybody. Welcome back to Harvest Moon Farm. My name is Mickey, and if you've been watching my channel, you know that I lost my job a few weeks ago. Thankfully, I have found a new one. Woohoo! It's the job that I really wanted, so I'm super excited. I start 2 weeks from today, so I thought I would start today and just start doing kind of a deep clean of the house. The house isn't really dirty, it's just kind of messy. So I'm starting in mine and Joe's bedroom, we only have one. And I have a bunch of stuff that I never really got unpacked, stuff kind of stacked up from the holidays. You know how it goes. So we're gonna start in here this morning, and I am going to start cleaning up this room, and I know my husband will really appreciate it. So I'm going to open up these shades and let some light in, or these curtains I mean. Whoops. The dog will be happy with that. So the first thing I'm going to do actually is I'm going to strip our bed so I can get everything washed up, let it air out a little bit, and put fresh sheets on later this afternoon. And we keep baby gates on our beds, on all of our furniture, because that's the only way to keep the animals off of it, and I do not want the dog on my bed. I know a lot of people let their dogs sleep with them. I am not one of those people. I don't like that. So I try to keep him off, and plus sometimes he comes in and he's got muddy feet, and then he jumps on the bed, and then all my bedding is muddy, and I have to take it all off and start over. And our poor quilt, I bought this when we first moved in. I don't know if you guys can see all these holes. Our cat, she gets on the bed and she claws at the bedding, and it makes me so upset. So I might put a different quilt on today when I remake the bed. But I am going to go ahead and wash this. And I'm going to go ahead and wash the mattress pad today too. I don't wash it every time. I probably should, but I don't. But I am going to go ahead and wash it today. It definitely needs it. So we're going to go ahead and take this bedding, into the laundry room and get it started. And the way I like to deep clean is, let me get out of this dark hallway. The way I like to deep clean is I start in one room. And then anything that doesn't belong in that room goes out of the room to the room it belongs in, or to the room where I think I'm going to put it, but I don't necessarily put it away. I just get it out of the first room that I'm cleaning, and then once that room is clean, nothing comes back into it unless it gets put where it belongs. That way I can just focus on one room at a time. If I try to put some things away as I'm moving to other rooms, I find that I get distracted, and then I'm only like half working in each room, and it's very inefficient, and usually I don't get finished. So let's get this laundry started. This first load here. So the previous owners left this laundry soap concentrate. I don't know, I think the wife that lived here before, I think she sells this or did sell this, I don't know, but they left a whole case here, and we have been using it since we moved in. We've been here about almost a year and 3 months, and we still have 6 full containers, and this one is over half full. So I haven't had to buy laundry soap since we moved in here.
Could you try
do like to bleach my sheets. So I'm going to pour a little bit of bleach in here. Alright, so now the bedding is started, so we can go ahead and move back into our bedroom and get working on that. So I think I'm gonna just keep working on the bed, which means cleaning this all off, cleaning off the side tables, dusting. I have a bunch of stuff in, oh you can't see it, I have a bunch of stuff in this corner that just, I need to go through it and figure out where it goes. Some of it's yarn from projects I was working on. There's shoes over there. It's just a mess. So I'm going to start with this stuff. My duster. My dust spray is not... Oh, I got it on the wall. Darn it. It doesn't spray right anymore. Oh my gosh. This stuff is so dusty. I'm going to need to clean out the drawers of my side table pretty soon, but that's a job for another day. I am not going to touch my husband's side table. Oh, there we go. Because I don't know, he's got what he wants there and organized, and I'm not going to mess with it. So I'm just going to start putting stuff away. Oh my gosh, there's so much stuff here. That's trash. Oh, trash. My goodness. So I have a tripod, yarn, so this will just go straight downstairs. This, let's see, crochet hooks that can go in my main crochet bucket. This is just yarn. This is to, but I'll put it in here because I'm sure it's to something that I need. There we go. Alright, so I keep my little between my leg, between my knee, little wedge thing, because I have a lot of problems with my hips because I'm old. Alright, I'm going to take this yarn to the basement. Oh, that looks much better. So I'm going to take all these bags and supplies of yarn down to the basement. And when I come back up, we're going to go to that corner that is a huge disaster. Oh my gosh, I don't even know where to start with this. Such a mess. Alright. So, last year I bought a bunch of drawer separator organizer things, but clearly I never used them. But I don't want to take the time to do that today. I really just want to get the main house cleaned. Oh, look at this. Here's the boots I've been looking for. How funny. This is stuff that actually goes in my living room. Alright, so I'm just going to take this tub to the living room, and when we get to that room, that's when I'll put all this stuff away. So the top of my dresser has looked like that pretty much since we moved in, because it was not my priority focus. So I have a bunch of jewelry here that never got put away correctly. It was my fault, obviously, I just never did it. So I lost my mom to breast cancer in 2010, and so my sisters and I always try to do something special for each other at Christmas time. So I had these made this past Christmas, so I need to figure out where to hang mine. I kind of have all of my breast cancer research support pink stuff up around my dresser, so I'll probably hang it up over there somewhere. Get this wiped off and get rid of some of this dust that's been here for over a year now. Okay, so I still have to go through this jewelry, but I got my dresser all cleaned off. Oh, and I still have to go through the dresser and clean it out and organize it, but the top looks so much better. So I still need to go through this drawer or this box, but I just have like all this random junk in here. So this is going to wait for another day. I'm going to put these boxes, I'm checking cat. I'm going to put these boxes of drawer organizers right over here, and I'm going to try and get to those this week, because next week I want to work in the garden. It's supposed to be warm. Oh, and this is clothes. Oh my goodness. This is probably some clothes that I couldn't find. Oh no. This is stuff I cleaned up. Not sure why my socks are in there. This is warm weather clothes that I apparently just shoved in this box or this tub and never did anything with. Alright, so those are going to go out with the rest of the off-season clothes. Alright, until I have a chance to hang this, I'm just going to set it on my dresser with the rest of my decorative stuff. So here's this box that I still need to go through. Now I've got some boxes right there, and I got to figure out what to do with that stuff. My travel pillow that I couldn't find the last time I traveled because it was buried over here, so I'm going to put it in one of my suitcases. This, we probably don't even have the car seat that this belongs to anymore. Okay, we are on our last box here. What is this? Picture frames. Alright. This is just random pictures. These will go to the basement with all of our other pictures until we decide if and where we want to hang these. So I went ahead and put the baby gates back on the bed until I'm done in here so that the animals do not get on the bed before I put clean bedding on it. That big box over there has got some Christmas stuff that just needs to go downstairs into the Christmas storage tubs. But it also has a bunch of shoes that I need to organize. I have my shoes in our walk-in closet, which is really not very big. And I want to do some reorganization. I want to put the shoes that... I have a bunch of clear like shoe boxes that open in the front like a mailbox. But I want to swap out my shoes so that I only have in the closet the shoes that I wear most. So the shoes that I'll be wearing to work most often, and the shoes that I wear around the house most often. And then I'm going to move everything else into the closet in my office so that they're out of the way but still accessible. The office is definitely a room we are not going to get to today because it is a disaster. So anyway, I can't really do much with that until I get that sort of organization going. So I'm just going to pull it out of the way. And I'm trying to decide where I want to put this. If I want to leave it here, I think I need to, because otherwise I won't be able to get into the side cabinets. All right, I think I'm gonna move this box over in between the two dressers over here so that it's out of the way. So I'm gonna start opening up all these containers of necklaces, and I'm gonna hang them out. I'm gonna hang them up inside this jewelry box. So all I have to do in here now is, what the heck is this? Is vacuum. And we will be done with this room until our bedding is done and we can remake the bed. And I'm going to put this in this jewelry box for now. This is in the summertime, I am really hot when I sleep, so I have a fan at the end of the bed, and the outlet is over here, so. So I'm going to fold up this extra blanket that we put on our bed in the winter time, put it away, because it's not obviously done being cold quite yet, but we have some extra blankets, like extra throws that we keep on the bed that we use at night if we get cold, because I'd rather have to pull that extra blanket than be too hot, and I get really hot at night. So last thing I want to do, I almost forgot about. The dog sits with his face in this window and watches outside, watches for my husband to come home, whatever. So I'm going to clean off that window seal and clean that glass on the lower panes a little bit. Alrighty. I'm going to call this room good until we've got our fresh bedding ready to put on there, and then we'll do that later on. I'm just going to let the bed air throughout most of the day. Okay, so we're going to move on to our bathroom. And the rest of the house won't take nearly as long as our bedroom did because I had so much stuff I needed to go through. So first thing I'm going to do is pull off the dirty towels, and I'm going to swap those once I've got all the rest of the room clean. Alright, so the sheets were done. So I went ahead and put those in the dryer, and then I started washing up our little Afghan throws that we use on the bed. I'm going to wash the quilt last since I'm going to put a different one on our bed. Alright, found all of our cleaner. Now this is not going to be fun. I cut my finger slicing up an onion last night, and so now I have a band-aid right on the tip of my finger, and it's very frustrating trying to work with that. I need to get some CLR so I can get this grime and calcium off my sinks, but I don't think I have any. Alright, so my sprayer is empty, so I need to find a new sprayer. I need more hand soap for me, and I need another whatever they are, plug-in refill. Alright, so I've got a can of Glade that is, there's about half a can in here, so I just need to, I'll need to buy some more of this scent. It's the vanilla and lavender. And then I also have a vanilla lavender plug-in. And I got, oh, my handle's broken. I got a new soap. Go ahead and put my things back here. All right, so let's give these mirrors a spray. All right, so I'm gonna put this one back. I think I'm flopping them, but that's okay. All right, Now I need to clean my shower. So I'm gonna take my socks off. Because the only way to clean this shower is to get inside of it. So the first thing I'm gonna do is just put some of this stuff in here that I wanna use. Get rid of some of the stuff that needs to just be gone. All right, so I am gonna give the inside of this where all that stuff has been sitting. Oh, you can't see it, but it is pretty nasty back here. So I'm gonna give this a good scrub, or a good spray, I mean, and then I will give it a good scrub. So I need to go get something to rinse this with. A container of water that I'm just going to rinse this back. There we go. Oh, need a little bit more. So now the bottoms of my pants are all wet, but that's okay. I'm gonna wipe off all of this stuff that goes back in my shower. I'm gonna give this glass a nice little clean here with the Windex. Go ahead and give this side a clean too. So I'm gonna go ahead and put our rug back down here. And then I need to sweep in here, but I am not going to do it until this water dries where I've been stepping with my wet feet. We're gonna give the rest of the bathroom a good scrub here. This is the toilet that gets used the most. All right, now I just need to put out our fresh towels. All right, so I'm gonna take these cleaners to the other bathroom, one of the other bathrooms, and I'll be able to just use it then when I get to that bathroom. All right, so once all of these wet footprints are dry, then I will come in here and give this a good sweep. Now I'm just gonna do a little bit right here in this kind of entryway. There's not a whole lot to do. I'm gonna clean up some of the mess from my plants. And I need to sweep, but this is pretty clean already. I'm just really just gonna sweep this little section. I had some books out here I put away. Well, I didn't put them away. I took them to the room where they go, which was not my bedroom. Anything I take to that room now, I have to put where it goes. So I don't normally dust this a lot, because it has this little crochet thing on it. But I do kind of wipe the edges. But I do take it off periodically and totally clean it, but I'm not going to do that today. Just going to give this a little dust here in the front. And then I've got some things that need to go to the basement, so I'm going to take those down and then we'll get started working on the living room. All right, so we're going to get started on the living room. And I am going to wash these blankets and the towel that I put on this chair, which I do that because if I forget to put the baby gate down, it keeps the cat hair from getting all over my chair. I think I'm also going to go ahead and wash my pillows because the animals get on those as well, so get those a little fresh start. Just have all kinds of random stuff in here that doesn't belong. So I've got a bag, there's cat hair everywhere, grandbaby's potty chair. So we have two of these, I don't know if you can see it. We have two of those chairs right there, that cream colored chair. One is in the basement. We moved these both downstairs at Christmas time so we had room for our tree. And my husband used some fabric cleaner on the other one downstairs, and he's going to take this one downstairs, clean it, and bring the clean one up. But we haven't gotten that far yet. Some of this stuff just needs to be put where it goes. And I bought some new blinds for in here because these are all mangled up and they're dirty, and all that. But we have not gotten those put up yet, obviously. Since I've been crocheting a lot, I'm just going to leave this tub in here. Normally it would not live in here, but for now it's going to. Until I go to work, probably. Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead and dust the mantle. Got a random Halloween decoration here. So I'm going to go ahead and dust the mantle, and then I'm going to start going through this tub and see what I want to put out here and what I want to just either put someplace else or just we won't put it out for now. Alright, so I've got a few more pictures here that I want to find a place for. Alright, one more photo. Where am I going to put this? I have a bunch of candles that I need to figure out where I want to put them. Alright, so these candles I'm going to go put in my back room where I have a bunch of candles stored. And then the rest of this stuff I'm just going to take to the basement. We'll store it down there because I don't want to get rid of these photos, but I just can't display all of them at one time. So this will go downstairs. Alright, so the sheets are dry. So I'm going to go ahead and put those back on the bed. Sometimes take a little bit of perfume, especially these older ones. I haven't worn this one for quite a while, and spritz it on the bedding. It just gives it a nice fresh smell, and we don't have any allergies, so that's not a problem. So obviously if one of us was allergic to something, I would not do that. I really need some more sheets. I mean, I have a ton of sheets, but all of them are, they have the little spot like where our heels are that is kind of all pilled up. So for now, I'll keep using these until I can get started on my job and can afford to buy some new sheets. I really need to go through all my sheets and donate some, so we don't need as many as we have. Alright, so I am going to go get the other quilt that I'm going to put on here. These are reversible, but I think I'm going to go ahead and put the flower side up. I may flip it to the blue corn stalk, corn, whatever those are, later, but for now I'm going to put the flowered side up. Okay, there we go. Let's get our pillows on. I need some new pillows too. I was just talking to my husband about it yesterday, I think, that you're supposed to replace your pillows about every year. And we've had these for quite a while, but good pillows are really expensive. So that'll be on hold too. Let's see, how does this look? Oh, it looks fine. I have the pillow shams that match this somewhere. I'll probably find them while I'm cleaning, but I'm just going to leave this one on for now. So our bedroom is done, other than those few things that I have to wait on. Alright, we are back at the cleaning today, and normally I move just from room to room across the house, which meant I would have been working on the kitchen and dining room next, but I discovered last night that there are some dirty dog prints on my guest bed. So I'm going to go ahead and start in these two guest bedrooms, and I'm going to get the bedding all treated and washed up. And then otherwise these rooms don't take very much time. They don't get used very often. There's not much in here. So I'm going to do these real quick. Just have a couple of things to dust. And then I have some decorative items that I hadn't put back since the holidays. So I'm going to go ahead and get those back out. Alright, so other than the bedding, that's what this room needed. Alright, so I'm going to pull this so I can see where it needs to be treated. Oh, the dog. And the other guest room, the cat's been getting in there and maneuvering around the baby gates, and now the bed is covered with cat hair. Oh my goodness. I hope this comes out. Oh. Alright, that pre-treater is out, so let's see if there's anything in. Alright, I think the sprayer must be broken on this one. Alright, I'm going to pull the quilts, and I'm going to go ahead and wash the sheets first. Oh, this dog. And I think what I'm going to do, instead of trying to keep the doors all shut, is put one of these baby gates in the door, because the animals so far have not tried to jump over them or anything, so hopefully that will keep them out and keep my dog prints and keep my guest bedding clean. Here's the other bedroom. It needs a little bit more work. And it actually needs some stuff I'm not actually going to do today. Oh, I need to find my pillowcases. Darn it. Now this pillow is covered with cat hair. But I have one of those lint rollers that I think might take it all up. So, I don't know if you guys can see. Oops. I don't know if you can see all this cat hair. Oh my goodness. And these sheets were clean, but I think there's cat hair all over them. So we're going to go ahead and wash those two, just to be safe. The cat is stalking the doorway outside, trying to figure out when she can sneak in, so she can get back on the bed and make it all fuzzy. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and get that bedding started in the washer, and then I'm going to finish up in this room. Alright, so this room actually has some, it has a tub of my clothes. I think these might be some winter dress clothes, which of course I haven't needed because I've been working from home. Since the weather is starting to warm up and pretty soon we're going to be into our warmer weather clothes, I'm just going to leave all these tubs. I have some tubs outside of this room. I'm just going to leave all of these up here until it's time to swap my clothes, and then I'll take all of these downstairs. But I'm going to finish cleaning up this room. This room sort of became a catch-all. So I've just got some random things in here. So I'm going to get this cleaned up. Alright, so these two bedrooms has just like a little Jack and Jill bathroom. So go ahead, and it hardly gets used, but it does need a little bit of work. There's a baby rag and a My Little Pony in the tub, and the kitty's very upset that I locked her out of this room. She's stalking me now. So these bathrooms, when they don't get used very often, get the toilets get like this weird grainy, I don't know, stuff in them. So even though this toilet probably hasn't been used in maybe since Christmas, I'm not sure. I'm going to give it a good scrub. just because it's got this grainy stuff in it. And then it was pouring down rain yesterday, and when I got home I was just feeling kind of lazy, so I just crocheted. Still working on getting through as much of my crochet or my yarn stash as I can before I start my job. I've made pretty good headway. And I found some Febreze while I was looking for some more cleaning stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and spritz both of these beds with this. We are done with both of those bedrooms until the bedding is done. So I'm gonna go ahead and clean this last bathroom. And then we can move on to the kitchen and be done. Well, we won't be done on this side of the house. We'll have one room left. We are done down here until our bedding is ready to put back on our guest beds. One thing I wanted to point out in here that I forgot is this window is in the front of our house, and our house is pretty far from the street, so normally it's not a big deal, and the toilet's right here. But when it's dark, you know, people can see in. So I bought these window shades that will go up or down, so we can pull this piece down. I can still have light coming in at the top so that people can feel like they're covered when they're in the bathroom. But these are really cool. Alright, so I'm going to get started on the kitchen. And it mostly is just cluttered. First thing I'm going to do is make me some tea. And it's actually supposed to be really nice here today, like 77 I think this afternoon. It's really foggy right now. Because it's already warmer outside probably than it got all day yesterday. So I'm hoping I can open some windows later and just let some fresh air in. I have a lot of stuff that needs to go to the compost. So I'm just gonna get out my big bowl and just start filling it, so that I only have one thing to take. We've got some baby ducks. Right now they are upstairs in a bathroom upstairs where it's nice and warm. So we've got all their bedding that we've been cleaning out. So that makes good compost. Where did that go? Downstairs, and we're just having a simple shrimp and pasta for dinner, so I grabbed a bag of shrimp to start thawing. I've got my freeze dryer trays that are clean that need to go back to the freeze dryer downstairs. So one of my new blackberry bushes is here, so I'm super excited about that. I've also got strawberries and onions. I was hoping to be able to plant today since it was going to be warm, but since it poured down rain all day yesterday, I'm not going to get anything done with these today. I also have my grandson's birthday gift here. Look at these shoes, aren't they adorable? They'll be perfect for him. And this color, that orange or whatever, orangish color, is perfect for him because He gets so nice and brown in the summertime. It'll look so good with this skin. I'm gonna save this return slip just in case they're the wrong size. And I'm gonna go put these away in my room. All right, last thing to go in the compost is the rest of this lemon cake. Oh, it's ready to go. It's been sitting here for, I don't know, about a week and a half, I think. Something like that. My husband actually ate a piece of it last night and it was still good, but I think it's probably good to go. And then I can get the rest of my island totally cleaned off and put back just the things I want to keep on it. So when I went to take that towel into the laundry, the washer was just about finished with the sheets, so I put the sheets in the dryer, I put the quilts, I treated hopefully all the stains on that one quilt, and I've got those in the washer now, so here shortly we'll be able to start redoing the bedding. Whoa! I've got some bagels here. I'm going to put them in my bread box because somebody digs at plastic when it's got bread in it. I've got a piece of banana bread left. I'll put it in there. Oh, this stuff smells terrible. Alright, so I took my garbage out, dumped it in the compost, and, whoops, washed up my bowl. Now I'm going to get my island wiped off. Who knew I had such a big island when I couldn't see it because I had so much crap on it. I'm going to wipe it and then I'm going to spray it down and wipe it again. And I did get a clean washcloth because the other one was just disgusting from washing all of that greasy, nasty stuff. Whoops. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and put my crackers back out here because if I put them in the cabinet, they'll get forgotten. And I've got some butter that I've had softening that I'm going to do some stuff with later. I needed to cook up some of this sausage, so I've got it on the stove. I didn't want to clean my stove and then cook sausage, so I cooked the sausage first, and then I'll clean up my stove and my counters and my sinks. Cleaned out my microwave. I got the plate in the dishwasher that I'm going to run as soon as I'm done with this sausage. I'm cleaning out my coffee maker. Now I just need to sweep in there when I sweep the rest of this room. While that sausage finishes cooking, I'm going to go ahead and start cleaning up the stuff in the dining room. Got more stuff that goes to the basement, and then I've got some stuff that I'm not sure where to put it. I think I can use this to extend the space I have on my shelves downstairs. So I will take that down in a little bit. There's all my extra cords and stuff I found in my bedroom. This bowl just has a bunch of random junk in it. So I need to go through that. Let's see. Some saver cards we bought from our granddaughter, Post-its, and a sticker for my car. Alright, we put this stuff in the office. And you, Missy, off. Off, 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 off. You know better than that. Alright, I have a bunch of cardboard boxes that I've been saving to use in my garden. So I'm going to try and figure out how to condense these. Let's see here. then I'll put these in the garage so I can use them when I get ready to start working in my garden when it dries up. Need to wash off the top of the high chair. And the high chair actually is supposed to live in one of the spare bedrooms. So I'm going to take it back there where it belongs. All right, so what I've got left on the table is some baking dishes that I don't know where to put them. So I'm gonna have to do some finagling in my cabinets and see if I can make room for all of these. All right, I made them fit. Let's see, got another cardboard box. Let's go in the garage. Wipe my table off now. I'll wipe the plastic off that I have on my table. All right, I think I'm gonna put this on here. Actually, I'm gonna get that glitter out. Have some pink glitter in it from Valentine's Day. All right, we got my 30-quart stock pot. I've got to go find a place for it. All right, so I've got some placemats here. Go ahead and put those on. Oh, that one needs to be wiped up. Holy cow. Just scared the cat. Oh, there's glitter all over my wash rag now. Well, that might not come off. That's all right. There we go. All right, this tub is all pool stuff, toys, games, manuals, whatever. So I'm gonna go put it in the closet where the rest of the pool stuff is. These two bottom shelves have just miscellaneous tool junk in it. Let's see, this is some excess gardening stuff. So it's gotta go upstairs. And then I completely forgot that I bought a stamp for our eggs so that we could stamp the ones we were selling. This corner is as clean as it's gonna get for now because I'm not gonna mess with that right now. I have a new sign that I want to hang up, but I haven't decided where I want to put it yet, so that's why it's still here. I have to decide. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that sausage in baggies now that it's cool. And I'm gonna put it half and half, and then I'm gonna stick it in the freezer. I'm gonna go ahead and get the dishwasher started. Got everything in it. I'm gonna get the dishwasher started, and then I'm going to clean my stove and my sinks and my counters, sweep, and then I will be done in this area. The sheets are mostly dry. You know how sheets all ball up in the dryer, so these sheets are dry. The other ones are almost dry. And then the blanket that goes on that other bed is still wet because it was all rolled up in a ball. There's a pillowcase, soaking wet. Where's the, oh, this is still wet. Alrighty, so those sheets are dry. I'm gonna go ahead and get them on the beds. The quilts are running a little behind because they unbalanced in the washing machine and I didn't notice it, so I had to let them re-spin, so I'm still waiting on those, so they'll be ready for the dryer here in about, I don't know, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, something like that. But I can certainly get this part of the bed ready. So this bed is actually, it was my grandmother's. My mom and dad used it when I was growing up, and then it's been through various of me and my sisters at different times, and then my mom gave it to me. It's been about, I don't even know how many different colors. It's black right now, which is, we had painted it black for my daughter when she was using it, but I want a different color for this room, so maybe this summer I'll paint it to match either this light kind of teal green I have here or a darker teal green that I have over here to kind of go with the other accents of the room. Alright, so here's this bed. I'm going to get the other sheets and we'll get the other bed made up, and then once our quilts are all dry, then we can go ahead and finish up our bedding. Okay, so we are on the last room for our cleaning, which is our mud room. The only other thing besides this is my office, and it's its own special kind of project because it's a disaster. This is really just clutter and finding a place for things that may or may not really have a home. A lot of this stuff just needs to go to the garage. I've just been too lazy to take it out there. Got some canning jars and lids. A ninja foodie here that is going to my daughter, but not until she moves into her own place. Right now she lives with her brother, so I'm going to put this upstairs with all of her stuff. And we use these to hold water for the animals. So now that I cleaned that space out, I'm going to put those down there. I'm going to go ahead and start filling them up. Alright, so our water jugs are all full now. Start rinsing this thing out. So I'm going to wipe all these counters off. Oh my gosh, who knows what even is on here. Sink here has not been cleaned off in I don't even know how long. Maybe since we moved in. Well, probably hasn't been that long. But I'm gonna get some cleaner in there. And I need to find a place to keep my electric canner. I don't know where to put it because it takes up a lot of space. I don't really want to put it in the garage because of the temperature changes in the garage. So I think I might put it in one of these bedroom closets. We have a litter box that's got a top on it. Even with that, the cat still manages to throw litter all over the place. This room tends to just turn into kind of a catch-all. When we don't know where to put things, we just bring them in here, which is a bad habit, but you know, it happens. At some point I need to hang this up, but not right this minute. There's paint in here that when we first moved in, I scrubbed and scrubbed and scrubbed, trying to get all the paint out, and it was just, I couldn't get it all. I got a lot of it, but there's still a ton in this sink, and it's just kind of gross. I bought a little clothes drying rack that can just store vertically, and really the only thing I need it for is for hanging up our clothes when we're taking them out of the dryer. Anything that needs to go on a hanger we can put in here on a hanger instead of, you know, trying to put them all over the place so that they'll, you know, that we've got them hung up. All right, give this trash can a little wipe because it's pretty dusty and dirty. All right, well that didn't take as long as I thought it was going to. So, oh my gosh, there's a thing of paint right here stuck on this countertop. Let's see if I can get it off. At some point I need to get, oh my gosh, there's paint everywhere. At some point I need to get a little scraper and just go through here and clean all this paint off of every place that it is. For today, everything is wiped down, the sink is cleaned, we've got all this stuff organized. This stuff over here will hopefully be going into the garden tomorrow. I've got some strawberries and some onions. I have a blackberry bush. If it does not rain tonight into tomorrow, we should be able to get that stuff planted tomorrow. So fingers crossed, and then that will be gone off of this counter. Okay, so there we go. So I know everything is not perfect, you know, not perfectly clean. I didn't, you know, go through my spice drawer, which I need to do. I didn't go through my closet, which I need to do. But for the most part, the house is, it's picked up, it's cleaned, it's dusted, the bedding's fresh, all that stuff. I got my bedroom, I got all those boxes kind of organized and gone through in my bedroom, other than that one that requires work in my office first. And so I feel much better about starting my job with a clean house. So now, I mean, you know, once it's clean, it's easier to keep clean than it is to go in and do a cleaning like this. Now, will it stay that way? Highly unlikely. You know, at some point I'm gonna have to do this same thing in at least some of the rooms. But I feel better starting a new job with a clean house and just going into everything fresh. So I just want to say thanks for watching this video, and I will see you guys on the next one. Bye guys.